Hi, and welcome to Art of the Claim. Today I'm excited to have Steve Patrick with us. He is an expert in many facets of the insurance restoration industry, and really excited to sit down and have a conversation with him and provide you guys some valuable information as far as navigating an insurance restoration hail claim. So Steve, thanks for joining us today. And
you bet.
I'm really excited to have a conversation with you and pick your brain and learn. So I guess starting off, you own LP Loss Consultants.
Correct. I have partners in LP Loss Consulting.
Nice.
Yes.
So what do you do with that company currently?
So there's a little known paragraph deep in the bowels of insurance policies, homeowners policies, commercial property policies, even your auto policy. Says if there's a dispute between you and the insurance company, you can have an independent panel of experts come out and determine the amount of your loss. Let's say that you're saying you have a $20,000 loss and the insurance company is saying 12, and you're at loggerheads and at an impasse. You can have this independent panel come out, and they'll come in and they'll say that your loss was 18,000. And avoids having to go to lawsuits and things of that nature to be able to get a fair and equitable settlement in a timely manner.
So is there anything else you do within the organization? Or because you obviously travel around the country consulting
lots of
contractors, homeowners, property owners.
Train contractors, homeowners, training them across the nation. I probably spoke to 10,000 people last year.
Wow.
It's fun. I get to go around the nation and visit with a bunch of awesome folks and get to teach them what's going on in the claims process, because a lot of contractors don't even understand it that well unless you've been in the back office in a claims office. How do you know what's going on in the claims office? I mean, how can you possibly? And the consumer, they've never had an insurance claim before, so they have no context to be able to understand a reasonable expectation. They just hope that they're going to get a fair shake, and that's about the size of it.
And there's not a lot of resources for property owners, or even there's a growing amount of resources for contractors, but for homeowners that have been hit with a hailstorm. And
United Policyholders is a really good group that teaches consumers. They've been around for a good long time, but no, not a whole lot. That's the reason why I wrote my book, to teach consumers and contractors what's going on in the claims process and to set expectations of what an adjuster is supposed to do if they're handling the claim properly, and then what they can reasonably expect if their claim is covered, and how the adjuster should handle the claim.
So your book, Level the Playing Field, really, it helped my business. We implemented a lot of the things in it, and it's very helpful for really anybody, contractors, homeowners, anybody like that. But it took a long time to build that knowledge. So explain your background so people can kind of understand how you developed this expertise.
So 22 years ago, 98, I started out as a contractor, and I did that for about 5 years. And things got so slow in contracting in Dallas, Fort Worth, that I had my adjuster's license. So I went and worked a hurricane in Florida. There's actually 3 hurricanes that happened in 1 year. And Ivan was the one that I went out and worked. It was the last of the 3, Hurricane Ivan. And I worked that claim. Then I worked Hurricane Wilma. Then I worked Hurricane Katrina. In Katrina, I was actually field training claims adjusters. I have the gift of teaching. And so I was field training adjusters, and I noticed that how abysmally trained many adjusters were. So I said, well, build a better mousetrap. I started my own school. I started a claims adjuster licensing training school. And so there was no curriculum available to teach claims adjusters how to handle claims. So I wrote a 4 workbook set that was the curriculum that we used in our school, and I went around the nation teaching claims adjusters how to handle claims, like the types of claims that that consumers have. Property claims, not auto claims and life insurance claims, but property claims. Nice. Buildings, homes, things of that nature.
And then after that?
Well, then I worked for Vail National, and they're the oldest and most prestigious claims adjuster training school in America. They've been around 75 years. I was working for them for a while. I wrote a book for consumers and contractors so they can understand what's going on with claims, how the claims department views claims, and the most expeditious way to get a fair and equitable outcome on claims.
Steve, thanks a lot for coming today. It was great talking to you. And thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for more awesome insurance tips to come.